Bien, good morning. I'm going to kind of agree with you. Life is beautiful for those that make it beautiful. Billy Trenty Trenty. Good morning, Glassic. Sounds like Shy is heading your guys' way today. Shy just did a little post on IG saying he's loading up and driving to Denver today. Hope he gets a chance to see some of you guys that are you Myco Leaguers. 5 people here already. 5 plus 9. So really it should say 14. Good morning, Aaron and RX. Billy D, Derek. Good morning, everybody. Jesus Christ, there he is. Walking on water. Good morning. Excuse me, Laura. Have a divine morning so far. Derek. You're right, it's evening for dude. Good morning. Walking on sunshine, that's almost harder than water. Exception and Nerdy. And Kitty Cat Zilla. Good morning. Good morning. What am I going to show you guys? Remember yesterday I wasn't here. Wednesday when I went over to the grow house, there was a notice from the Consumer Energy, which does our gas, saying that the following day they were going to be replacing, I thought it was the meter, but it was actually a new line. They put in a new gas line, the one on the left. The one on the right is the old one that they abandoned it and capped it off. I guess it cost too much money to remove it completely. But they ran a new one. It took about 2 hours to get this new line from the street to the meter. So that's what I was doing yesterday morning. So I apologize to you all for missing yesterday. Okay, but we have a new gas line over at that spot. And believe it or not, they did it here a couple of weeks ago. So the whole city is upgrading their gas lines, which is a good thing. I hope it doesn't get reflected in our utility costs, but according to them, it won't. Those gas lines they're replacing are almost 50 years old. Yep, important infrastructure. So that's where Pops was yesterday. I couldn't, due to the sensitivity of the spot, I couldn't let them be there without my being around. Not that they had to get in the house, because they didn't. But you just never know. Sharon's getting hers replaced too. It was fascinating to see them do it. There's this machine that they use that like drills a hole under the ground like a tunnel. It's only about 2-inch wide hole in diameter and about 18 inches below the surface. And they can start at the street and send this one drill all the way up to the house. They just keep adding lengths till they get to their destination on the drill. But it's like a horizontal drill instead of a vertical drill. So they get down and then they horizontally drill across your lawn to your meters, so they really don't impact the lawn or anything like that. It's one hole at the beginning near the street and another hole over by the meter, and everything else is happening under grass. So that's kind of convenient. It was actually fascinating to watch them do. That's neat, Jesus. That's neat. Yeah, you know what kind of machine I'm talking about then, Derek? The boring machine was really fascinating to watch. And the operators, everybody that was working yesterday, I was so impressed actually. You always hear about the guys in the orange vests and the utility companies being, kind of laying around, don't get stuff done, kind of I don't know. They have a bad reputation sometimes. But I'll tell you what, not this crew. This crew did the deal. Good morning, Wazzy and Sammy P. Well, yeah, Nerdy, imagine how many, he's got to do every house all the way down the block. And if my house took almost 2 hours, figure I'm averaging 2 hours a pop, they could probably do, that crew can do like 4 houses a day. So, and I'd say there's 20 houses on this block alone. So, good morning, everybody. Laying pipe, apparently laying hosers. They're a bunch of hosers. Because it was like a flexible hose pipe situation. Hey, Nerdy, I don't know if you know, you probably do, but it looks like I saw a text on IG, the crew page. Sounds like Shy is heading towards Denver. I don't know what the plans are, etc., but it would be neat if you guys met or had a chance to see each other. He's heading towards Denver, so that's in the neighborhood of the old Colorado Micro League. So I thought that was pretty neat. Anytime you have a chance to hang out with Shy, it's probably a good idea. It's probably going to be fun. The man knows how to party. Yeah. The man knows how to party. Text him, Nerdy. Find out what he's doing. Crash his party. Crash his party right now. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. No, Jesus would be laying pipe, huh? Notorious. Jesus can do anything at the end of the day. Oh, nurse, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's very sweet of you. Excuse me, I'm not 100% there. There you go. Nerdy's going foraging. I'd love to go foraging with you, Nerdy. Would I have to wear a tie-dye shirt, though? Nerdy, when you go foraging, do you wear a tie-dye shirt? Fire cider. That's what I need. How many people think Nerdy wears a tie-dye shirt when he goes foraging? Oh, he wears a butt flap onesie. Oh, the dye lab coat. I have that still. I made a big mistake with it though, Kelly. I washed it. And then I put it in the dryer, and it came out so wrinkled. It came out completely wrinkled, and it's going to take a day and a half to iron it because it's so big. So it's hanging in my wrinkle closet. Yeah, thing's very heavy. It's a really thick fabric, so it's actually very heavy. It's almost a coat. Oh, a lab coat. I get it. Good morning. Steam it with the pressure cooker. Steam it. You know, Miss Rose has one of those garment steamers. She swears by it. I think I bought it for her as a gift one time. I think. I'm not going to take credit for it, but I know she uses a garment steamer. And she swears by it way better than an iron. I've never used a garment steamer, but I think I might have to. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. So I'm going to address, we don't do politics here. I keep saying that, and then I talk about political stuff. But you'll notice I never take sides. I never talk bad about one side versus the other. Right now I talk about everybody being bad. At the end of the day, there's a lot of evil out there. We're fomenting hate in our country. Hate and fear. So I won't it's this Charlie Kirk. I'm gonna call it an assassination. I don't necessarily always agree with Charlie Kirk. That's not my point. My point is the man was trying to stimulate discussion at the human level between people without violence. And I admire his courage greatly, because he knew that there was a lot of risks in what he did. So even if I don't agree with you, I admire people that have their courage of conviction. I heard that, Sharon. It's supposed to be, yeah. It sounds like they've caught the guy. It sounds like the guy's father turned him in. Okay. So it's not so much about... That's right, Derek Anderson. I like what he says. You don't have to agree. But to silence someone's opinion is the ultimate form of fascism. Yeah. You don't kill people because you don't agree with them. And America's doing that now. Okay? Trent, I'm with you. I don't necessarily agree with everything, but he did it so not confrontationally, and you can't hear a person out there that can tell you that man treated them badly or rudely. It's always the opposite that you hear. Incredibly kind soul. And if I see the video, yes, Patrick, and if I see the video right before he was shot, he was throwing hats out to the crowd. And you'll notice he walked over to the corner of the group that's in front of the stage, and there was a handicapped man, young man. And this little guy, all he wanted was a hat. And Charlie walked over and handed him a hat personally. And I'm like, that's kindness. The man exhibits kindness. You don't necessarily agree, but he's got the attitude. That was attitude of servanthood. America. And we're going on and on and on, and it's getting worse and worse. And I'm going to tell you, it's our leadership. And I'm not just talking about the president, even though I'm including him. I'm talking about every senator. I'm talking about every congressman. I'm talking about our leaders. In the last 10 years, we have so increased our violence and hatred and fear in this country. Right, Notorious? So I just want to talk about it for a minute, and then we'll move on. But it deserves to be spoken to. Okay? Just in the last year, we've had 2 assassination attempts on the president. We've had the Democratic senators in Minnesota shot, and some shot and some killed. We have a Pennsylvania governor whose house was set on fire with him and his family in it. We have Luigi killing the CEO of an insurance corporation. We have the CDC being attacked by a crazy gunman. We have the Jewish Center where they were at that Jewish thing and they killed the couple. And add to that, 56 school shootings so far this year. Killing our children. Killing our children. We don't forget, nerd. the most innocent of us. I'm not taking a side. You do not hear Pops take a side. My politics are mushrooms. But I would be wrong if I couldn't direct some people that I love here to just focus around, look around. We have one. The good news is, we have places like, and I'm not kissing our ass by this, there's other places that are teaching love and kindness, I know that. But we have these pockets of places that are teaching love and kindness and are trying to create a counterbalance and are trying to make a difference. And I want it to be us too. I want us to be standing up in the wilderness and telling people we won't put up with it. If I talk to somebody, I'm going to tell them what I think in kindness and in love. I have a moral obligation to this. And people will hate you, and some people will hate you, and some people will love you. I don't care. It's not about what people think about me. It's about what's right and what's wrong. We need to clean it up. And it starts at the very, very grassroots level with small groups like us. So we can't give up. We can't quit. We can't throw up our hands and say it's too big of a problem. We can't solve it. It's not our job to solve it. It's our job to live it. And that's kindness and love. Some of the people that I've seen on those TikTok things, it couldn't be more disgusting. The people celebrating it. Absolutely boggles my mind. We're fomenting more of it though, Herbie. Herbie says there is evil in the world. I agree. But we're fomenting more of it. We're creating it. The dream of the world is creating more hate, more fear every day. Don't buy it. Don't buy in. Love thy enemy as thyself. That's the planet. I'm glad I hear most of you echoing what I had to say. I'm glad I'm seeing in the comments, because we're not being political. We're being human. We're asking people to find their angel side, not the evil side. So nobody's talking about my political view versus yours. And if they were, do it the way Charlie did it. Do it the way Charlie did it. He never raised his voice. He never had to tell somebody that they were a piece of shit because they didn't agree with him. He never had to treat people badly. He never had to send out overnight emails about making up names and calling people stuff. I completely and totally, 1000% respect the man and his courage. And I think we needed to discuss it, you guys. A little bit. Just throw it out there as a group saying we condemn it. We condemn any form of violence. We condemn it. And leave our children alone. Leave our children alone. Classic, we're not talking about his message as much. I'm not talking about his viewpoints and his politics. I'm talking about his character. I'm with Nick. But leave our kids alone. Sarah, we're going to drop it now because I agree with you. It is all over media. And I just thought it was worth mentioning because I don't want people to think that I'm just brushing hate and fear under the rug. I won't. I have a moral obligation to at least speak to it. And then we can move on. Hey teacher, leave them kids alone. I agree. I would agree with you, Justin. Herbie says it really well. The nature of a civilized society is the ability to have social discourse without resorting to hate and violence. Joe Dees, he's always showed love and respect to even those who disagreed with him. That's character, and that's what Pops is talking about. Sue says it took a strong and special person to face all the people who acted with hatred towards controversial issues which need addressing. Streety, us having differences in opinions is healthy as long as we can express it in a loving way. You guys are like right in my alley. No wonder I like you guys so much. No wonder I like my crew. These beautiful people. Because there's evil in the world doesn't mean there's not beauty. And continue to spread that. And speak out against violence. Speak out against hatred. And speak out against hate. A fear. Gypsy, we all need to love each other, even if we don't agree on anything. Yeah, you guys are like right down my alley. I'm glad we're not being political. We're not. You don't hear one, I'm not talking about a single viewpoint. Agree, disagree, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't care about your viewpoints in politics. I care about your soul. I care about washing feet. Okay. Thank you for letting me rambly-dambly. We got that off our chest over here. You got off of your chest a little bit with some comments. Greeny, an absolute American. And everything he did, he had the right to do constitutionally. Period. End of story. Great comments, you guys. Great comments this morning. Thank you. You're blessing me. That's right, Sammy P. And Sue's right. What people think about me is none of my business. Give me 5 people that think I have a moral obligation to at least address this. So do you. Give me 5 people, and then I'll move on. I have a moral obligation, even though it's not comfortable, and I know some people don't want to hear it. When something this big a tragedy is happening, let's look each other in the eye and not sweep it under the rug. Charlie would have done it. 100%. We are going to be okay, Shai. We're going to be okay. As long as there's people like you in the world. Okay? Paige is keeping the thoughts to herself. Jeremy Carpenter, I'm not even going to call him a lunatic. I'm not. I'm going to call him a human being that probably is in the middle of some amazingly difficult mental health crisis. I'm not going to label anybody any disparaging labels. I despise labels. I despise labels. And so Streety says today could be one of the best days of our life if we choose. Good morning, everybody. We got that taken care of. Today's Nipper's birthday. Today's Nipper's birthday. Jody's. Today is Nipper's birthday. Happy birthday, Nippy. Gorgeous girl. Sweet, sweet lady. An incredibly integral member of the Tea Crew. So happy birthday to Nippy. Nick, I'll see if Pop Shrooms makes it here today. And maybe we can he can sing you happy birthday before we go. And check your mailbox next week. I'll drop a birthday package in the mail to you today. And I have your address. But look at how many people you're getting to say happy birthday to you, Nippy. Isn't that beautiful? Because you are. Streety, you got a good one. Streety, you got a good one there. Happy birthday. Oh boy, where's Pop Shrooms? He's coming. So let's leave Earth for a while. Who wants to leave Earth for a while and go out to space? I have an article here about something amazing that's happening in space. Okay? I want to tell you guys about this amazing thing that's happening in space. We can stop focusing on Earth for a little bit. Okay? Also, give me a number between 1 and 50. I'd like to give away a pack of 25 microdoses, 200 milligram Pure Ghost, to the first person to give me the number that's in my chute right now. The number's in my chute. You can put up to 3 numbers on your line at one time, and I will be sending whoever gets this number this package of supplemental capsulations. What do you think the number is? I haven't seen it yet. You can put up to 3 numbers on a line at one time. What do you think the number in the chute is, Jessica? So far, Jessica's not correct. Good morning, JW. I haven't seen the number yet, Jessica. Or K-Mama. No, you guys are numerically challenged once again. I'd like to give this package away, please. Can somebody please come up with the number that's in the chute? It's a number somewhere between 1 and 50. What do you think it is? Still haven't seen the number, alternators. I still haven't seen the number, you alternators. Wait a minute. K-Mama. K-Mama nailed it. It's a 39. Where is that? It's a 39. Yep, 39. Okay, Mama. Okay, Mama, real quick. Are you over 18 and in the United States? Are you over 18 and in the United States? Yes or no? To both. She lives in Pennsylvania. Good. Jesus Christ, get out of there. We don't want to know her love life story. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Hey, Mama. We need you to send your address to me. It's all one word, all lowercase. The Detroit Mush Lab at gmail.com. Okay, turn the piano down. Okay, Mark. I hope that's okay. What happened with Classic? What did Classic say? Oh, I'm sorry about that too, Classic. I'm sorry about that. Anniversaries of deaths are very tough. I have a hard time on my mom's. Yeah, I have a little bit of hard time with my mom's anniversaries. So I completely understand. It's probably even harder with children. Right, Bubblegum? So we're feeling it, Classic. Feeling it with you. Got the feels. Okay, Mama, are you going to send me your address? I'll be waiting. Okay? Let's go to outer space. Guess what they found? 2 black holes collided. Still will always blow my mind how they figure this stuff out. Will always freak me out. I always did good in school. Always. Except astronomy. I could not wrap my head around astronomy. I couldn't. I could memorize enough to pass a test, like a B or a C, but I don't have an astronomer brain. It's quite a different type of intelligence almost. Okay? So, the article, who wants me to read this article? Black hole collision confirms decades-old predictions by Einstein and Stephen Hawking. Yes, that's exactly what happened, Streety. Okay. Astronomy is fascinating, mind-blowing. Excuse me, I wonder if Pop still has a cold. How did they know it happened, JW? Astronomers have detected a collision. Thank you for the blesses, you guys. Astronomers have detected a collision between 2 black holes in unprecedented detail, offering the clearest view yet into the nature of these cosmic oddities and confirming long-held predictions held by legendary physicists Albert Einstein and Stephen Hawking. The event is dubbed, wait for it, GW250114. Wow, that's the event. It became known in January when researchers spotted it with the Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory, otherwise known as LIGO, L-I-G-O. A set of 2 identical instruments located in Livingston, Louisiana, and Hanford, Washington. The instruments detected gravitational waves, faint ripples in space-time produced by the 2 black holes slamming into each other. Searching for gravitational waves, phenomena predicted in 1915, as part of Einstein's theory of relativity, is the only way to identify black hole collisions from Earth. Einstein believed that the waves would be too weak to ever be picked up by human technology. But in September 2015, LIGO recorded them for the very first time, later netting a Nobel Prize for the 3 scientists who made key contributions to this development of the black hole telescope. Is this interesting to you guys? It boggles my mind. How does it work? How does it work? It's pretty interesting. Okay? The newly detected black holes were each around 30 to 35 times the mass of the sun. And they were spinning very slowly, said Maximilio Isi, an assistant professor of astronomy at Columbia University and an astrophysicist at the Flatiron Institute's Center for Computational Astrophysics in New York City. Just the name of their places, you have to have a degree to be able to say the names. Okay? EC led a new study for the LIGO Virgo CAGRA collaboration, which published Wednesday in the journal Physical Review Letters. The black holes were about 1 billion light years away, and they were orbiting around each other in an almost perfect circle. The resulting black hole was around 63 times the mass of the sun, and it was spinning at 100 revolutions per second. How do they know? Kimberly, that's Sam and their brother are sharp, aren't they? These characteristics make the merger an almost exact replica of that first groundbreaking detection from 10 years ago, according to EC. But now, because the instruments have improved so much since then, we can see these 2 black holes with much greater clarity as they approached each other and merged into a single one. Oh, Kim, I didn't know that, he added. EC said the observation gives scientists a totally new view into the dynamics of space and time. LIGO, which also has 2 smaller sister instruments, Virgo in Italy and CAGRA in Japan, is managed by a scientific community of about 1,600 researchers. It works by, here's how it works. It works by detecting tiny stretches in space caused by the gravitational wave that amount to a change in distance, wait for it, amounts to a change in distance that is 1,000 times smaller than the radius of the nucleus of an atom. It's detecting the wave. Thousand times smaller than the radius of the nucleus of an atom. Scientists have used it to observe over 300 black holes merging so far. Earlier this year, the instrument detected the most massive black hole collision to date between 2 black holes, approximately, it's LIGO. Okay, not LIGO, it's LIGO. Thank you, Herbie. Between 2 black holes, approximately 100 to 140 times the mass of the sun. Since it debuted, some of LIGO's key components, including its lasers and its mirrors, have been upgraded to increase accuracy and reduce background noise. This improved performance made its new observation over 3 times more precise than the inaugural ones a decade ago. That unprecedented clarity allowed astronomers to use GW250114 to confirm predictions about black holes made decades ago by prominent physicists. The first prediction, devised by New Zealand mathematician Roy Kerr in 1963, builds upon Einstein's theory of general relativity and states that black holes should be paradoxically simple objects, described by a simple equation. Yes, black holes are very mysterious and complex and have important implications to the evolution of the universe, E.C. said, but mathematically we think they should fully be described by just 2 numbers. This is all blowing my mind. It's too much for me. Everything there is to know about them should come from how big the black hole is, or its mass, and how fast it's rotating. Those are the 2 numbers they care about. How big it is and how fast it's rotating. To test this theory, the researchers used a unique feature of black hole collisions, a ringing or vibration, like a bell that's been struck, that final black holes produce. If you have a bell and you strike it with a hammer, it will ring, E.C. noted. The pitch and duration of the sound, the characteristics of the sound, tell you something about what the bell is made of. With black holes, something similar happens. They ring in gravitational waves. This ringing information about the structure of the black hole and the space around it. Although the phenomenon was faintly observed before, good morning, SM from Lebanon, GW250114 returned a signal with 2 modes, a fundamental mode and an overtone with much more clarity. We identified 2 components of this ringing, and that allowed us to test that this black hole really is consistent with being described by just 2 numbers, mass and rotation. And this is fundamental to our understanding of how space and time works. That these black holes should be featureless in some way. It's the first time we are able to see this so compelling. Kim, you keep giving us those comments. You're teaching a class here right now. Pay attention to Kim's comments as I read. Hawking's surface area theorem. The second prediction confirmed by GW250114 is one made in 1971 by British Stephen Hawking, which states that when 2 black holes emerge, have a nice day, Nick, the resulting surface area must be equal to or greater than that of the original black holes. It's a profound but very simple theorem that says the total surface area of a black hole can never decrease. It can only get bigger or stay the same. Although previous LIGO observations offered tentative confirmations of this theorem, the clarity of this new signal gives researchers unparalleled confidence, E.C. said. Almost done. Because we are able to identify the portion of the signal that comes from the black holes early on as they are separated from each other, we can infer their areas from that. Then we can look at the final portion of the signal that comes from the final black hole and measure its area. Just like Kerr's equation, Hawking's theorem also uses Einstein's work as its foundation. Einstein's theories are like the operating system for all of this. Kip Thorne, one of the 3 recipients of the Nobel Prize for the LIGO contributions, said Hawking's called him as soon as he learned of the 2015 gravitational wave detection to ask if LIGO would be able to test his theorem. If Hawking were alive today, he would have reveled in seeing the area of the merged black holes increase, Thorne said of the esteemed physicist who died in 2018. It's remarkable about how this seminal theoretical work is being confirmed decades later with advanced instruments, EC said. And confirming Hawking's equation, he added, could have implications for a very sought-after goal in physics, combining the seemingly incompatible theory of general relativity, which describes gravity, with quantum mechanics, which relates to the subatomic world. LIGO has created an entire new branch of astronomy. It has revolutionized what we think about compact objects, black holes in particular. Before LIGO turned on, people weren't even sure that the black holes could merge and crash and form in this way. Final. Gravitational waves are very weak, and the titanic task of detecting them is often described as looking for a needle in a haystack. According to Emmanuel Berti, a professor of physics and astronomy at Johns Hopkins University, who was not involved with the study, he described the LIGO detectors as hearing aids that help in this process. A large group of scientists spent the last 10 years improving those hearing aids, and now we can hear the signals with much more and higher clarity. We can now test fundamental principles of gravity that we could not test 10 years ago. Among these principles, he added, is the idea that black holes are the simplest macroscopic objects in the universe. The level of detail in the ringing produced by the GW 250114 collision means scientists can say with confidence that the final object is consistent with the black holes predicted by Einstein's general relativity, which Berti says is terribly exciting. While current tests of gravity still have broad uncertainties, this work lays the groundwork for future detections of even better quality expected in the coming years, Lagos said. These future observations promise to provide more precise tests of our understanding of space-time and gravity. That's an article, CNN article that you can find today. I'm glad Kim gets it. I'm glad Kim understands what the heck they're talking about. Okay, I'm really glad someone here gets it, teaches it. Amazing stuff. That's the stuff that we should all be concentrating on as humans. Not this other crap we talked about earlier this morning. We have this most amazing cosmos. And the odds of us even being here individually, the timing, the egg, the sperm, the genetics, everything, we're like one in, 350 billion something? What are the odds that we were born? Individually, each one of us. Now add to that the odds that we could all find each other. It just boggles your mind that I would run into this group after having the luck of even been born. I'll tell you what, if you don't, it's trillions, right? 5 people. I'm speechless when I think of how individually blessed we are. How individually blessed. And the sanctity of life. Don't take it for granted and don't use it cheaply. Don't take it for... Excuse me. Why do I always get emotional? I guess I have passion. I don't mind my passion. What a beautiful cosmos we live in. Let's take care of our earth and let's take care of each other. It's a huge responsibility. Huge responsibility. Right, Kim? Because we care. We live on the... just hearing that about black holes colliding and making bigger. And boy, was that Einstein guy smart? Was that Einstein guy smart? Jeez. 1915 he predicted this stuff. Took 110 years to prove him right. Wow. Okay. No, Herbie, I haven't microdosed with this gold. Jesus Christ. I knew you'd have something to say. Give me a number between 1 and 50. Give me a number between 1 and 50. I want to send another pack of supplemental supplements to somebody out there. Play especially if you need them. Give me a number between 1 and 50. Okay? I'm looking at the screen to see who's going to give me the number. Chartreuse alternators don't count. Give me a number between 1 and 50. 3 times. You can put 3 numbers on a line at one time. So far, I haven't seen the number. Supplemental supplements. Kill the game. Bien just got it. Bien just got it. Bien said it's a 14 pops. And yes, it is. It's the 14 right there. Bien. That's 2 new people today. When I say new, I've never sent Bien anything, and I've never sent K Mama anything. So Bien, are you over 18 and live in the United States? Are you over 18 and do you live in the United States? Bien y tú. Are you over 18 and live in the United States? Talk to us. Bien. Está bien. We're waiting, Herbie, to see if they're qualified. If I can legit send this to them. We're waiting for Bien to reply. Two new people. K Mama and Bien. Good job, Bien. Thank you for answering. Bien. Bien. Look at Derek Anderson's note about 3 comments below yours. And that's my address. That's my Gmail address. I want you to send your address to me at that address. And then I'll send you out this pack of supplemental supplements. There's 25 in here. That should last, if you're doing a regular microdose protocol, that's a 5 to 6 week pack. Congratulations, I'm really glad that 2 new people won here today. That makes me feel good. The third agreement. We don't need to justify love. Page 70. It is there or it's not. Real love. Don't you agree, Nipper? And then I'm sending Nipper a birthday package too. Real love is accepting other people the way they are without trying to change them. You know what's funny? I literally accept every single one of the people that are here or that I know through the tea program or through Mush Fests. I literally, truthfully, honestly, authentically love the people just the way they are. I have never gone up to anybody that I've met through the tea program, through the Mush Fests, any of these 27,000 subscribers. I've never once told them, if they did this and this, I would love them more. Never. I've never asked anybody to change. I've never told them, don't do that, do that. Well, that's not true. I'll sometimes tell them, don't use negative self-speak. I'll do that. And then once in a while, I see to me, a name somebody's used, like a label, you know what, they opened their screen name. And sometimes I don't care for them. Some are a little too rude for me. But I'm an old fuddy-duddy. So I have once, I believe one time, it was about 3 years ago, I told somebody they needed to change their screen name. I forget what it was, but I know that it offended me. And I didn't tell them to, but I requested it. Which is kind of silly now. I would never do that again. Because I'm growing too. But it was almost like I took their screen name personally. What the heck? You know what I mean? But that's about it. So let me ask myself a question out loud. Did I do the same thing with my ex-wife? Not try to change her? Loved her just the way she was? No. Have I done it with my son? Loved them just the way they are? Or tried to change them? Yeah. Why can I do it with the tea crew, but I couldn't do it in the closest relationships of my life? Because I didn't know any better back then. I didn't have the information, the knowledge, and the experience I have now. That's why. It's not because I was bad. It's not for any other reason than I'm growing. That I'm understanding a lot more today than I was a few years ago. I don't need to change anybody to love them. And I don't want them to change because they think that's what they need to be loved by me. No. No. So I'm learning this lesson actively. It's an active lesson for me. And it's amazing because there are people in my life that I can love, just like I love rough unconditionally. He almost can't do anything wrong. The other morning I woke up, and he must have had a really rough night because I wasn't even aware of it. And there was doggy vomit, a trail of it in the kitchen. And I tend to wake up in the middle of the night and I go to the refrigerator and I have a water bottle in there and I like to stay hydrated. So I'll go to my refrigerator and I'll take a slug of water. Okay? So that night, it was just a few nights ago, that night I I'm walking through the kitchen and squishy between the toes. You know how creepy that feels? You know how terrible it is? And then each step you take afterwards, you're going to leave more. And so I go over and I flip on the kitchen light, and there it is. Doggy vomit and my toes. Squishy. You do know the feeling. We've all been there, baby. Okay? I'm telling you, in the past, I would have flew off the handle. God damn it! And I'm looking down at my toes with squishy, and I'm like, the poor little baby. He had to feel awfully terrible to have done this on my floor. He didn't do it deliberately. He was heading towards the door, trying to get out, probably. Poor little thing, his stomach was all upset. I wasn't one iota mad at him. Not. I instantly went straight to concern for him. I'm learning how to do that with other people who I step in their squishy. Do you get it? We step in other people's squishy. And sometimes we get really mad at them for it, don't we? Do you know what I'm talking about? Sometimes we get really pissed at them. Instead of finding out, gee, they must have been sick. Gee, they must not have felt well. Gee, they're hurting. Gee, there's like maybe some mental health we can work with on them. But you get what I'm saying? We step in our dog squishy. If I can do dog squishy, I can do others. Real love is accepting people the way they are, not trying to change them. I wouldn't even get mad if Kim, the physics professor, had an accident in my house, and I'm not talking poop, I'm talking about she just accidentally vomited, and I accidentally stepped in it. I'm not going to be mad at her. I'm not. I'm going to just, gee, Kim, you need some medicine. How can let's get you to the doctor. Let's take care of you. And that's the physical. We step in other people's squishy emotionally too. Don't we? Don't change people. If we try to change them, this means we really didn't like them. We liked our image of them. The picture my wife painted of me. She didn't really love me. She loved the picture she painted of me, and she tried to change me to look like the picture. Find someone who you don't have to change at all. That's cute, Kim. Find somebody you don't have to change at all. It's much easier to find someone who's already the way you want them, or her, instead of trying to change the person. Also, that person must love you just the way you are. So he doesn't, or she doesn't, have to change you at all. If others feel they have to change you, that means they really don't love you just the way you are. So why be with someone if you're not the way he or she wants you to be? We have to be who we are, so we don't have to present a false image. I was the biggest chameleon. I could change in an instant. Instead of just being who I was. I'd change my chameleon outfit depending on what group I'm in. Also, I could be accepted. And in every single case, I think my lack of authenticity probably shone through, and I didn't even know it. We have to be what we are, so we don't have to present a false image. If you love me the way I am, okay, take me. If you don't love me the way I am, unsubscribe. No, wait, it didn't say unsubscribe. No, it didn't say that. If you don't love me the way I am, it's okay. And it's okay to find someone else. It may sound harsh, but this kind of communication means the personal agreements we make with others are clear and impeccable. Those are our relationships. Here, we're not trying to change each other. We do a really good job of communicating with each other. We do. Read your comments. Impeccable relationships that are based on kindness and love. And we do our best to heal from fear and hate. We don't try to change each other. Let's not. Let's not gossip about each other. Let's not talk bad about each other. Let's only lift each other up. And if there's areas for needed instruction, we provide that kindly, with love, with compassion, as servants to one another. Give me 5 people that agree with that idea. That's how we want to be. We want to be the group that can do that and show other people how. Imagine the day we stop making assumptions. Imagine that day. Imagine how clean your relationships are going to be. There's so much love. That's why we get bathed in it here every day at our gym. And I'm not trying to change anybody. You guys don't try to change me. You don't. You guys are like, oh, we kind of like that old goof. He's all right. And I feel it from every single one of you. I haven't had to meet some picture. Brooke, it's very nice to see you. I miss you, Brooke. I didn't notice you there. Thank you. So, happy birthday to Niffy. Happy birthday to Niffer Mama. Happy birthday. We hope she has a great day. Happy birthday to a sweet, kind of lady. Happy birthday for the rest of the day. Happy birthday to Niffer Mama. Happy birthday, Jennifer. Happy birthday. I love the story, Jennifer. Niffer Mama. She has stepchildren, stepgirls, stepdaughters. I said, Niffer, what does Niffer Mama mean? A lot of you have heard this story before, some of you haven't. She goes, oh, well, that's what the stepchildren that are in my marriage, that's what they call me. They call me their Niffer Mama. I was like, that's cute. What's Niffer mean? She goes, oh, well, my real name is Jennifer. Jennifer's such a pretty name. And Jennifer Ma is a lovely soul. Okay? Niffer Mama. I think they like her. If you name somebody Niffer Mama, chances are you kind of like them. You're not calling them like, different, something different. Okay? Ava's your Niflet. That's so cute. My sisters call their babies their womblets. I love that. Womblet. Oh, look at my little womblet. I'm like, that is so cute. Okay? Jennifer's a beautiful name, was. I've always liked the name Jennifer. And, Niflet. Her little Niflet. Happy birthday, Jennifer. We love you. Okay? But we'll go back to calling you Niffer after today. Would you guys go have a wonderful weekend? I will see you guys here bright and early on Monday, unless there's a new utility in town. Okay? Joe D's had a crush on a Niffy. Okay. Yeah, we're going to try to lay low this weekend, Frosty, except we do have a lot of work over at the grow house. We have a lot of responsibilities. Go have a wonderful weekend, you guys. I love you, and I mean that sincerely. Let's not change each other, but let's grow together. Does that sound good? Not changing each other, but growing together. Good job, Brooke. We're really glad you were here. We're not changing each other so we can love you more. Kind of like you just the way you are. And as you grow and I grow, my senses all like you even more. Have a great weekend. Sammy P and Frosty and Carnivorous, the raw meat eater. Herbie and Mark Z. Mark, say hello to Dawn for me. Mark and Jolie and Billy D and Brooke D. I don't know why. I'm really glad to see Brooks here this morning. Mr. Phillips. Sarah Bear, thank you. Paige, we love you. Derek Anderson. Aaron. 5 people. Love you. Fifi, you too. Vegas had a great weekend. Oh, she wasn't a crush, she was a squeeze. Okay, Joe D's. Joe D's had a squeeze. Jesus Christ and Frosty and Trenty the Trenty Trenterson. Joe D's and Kitty Cat Zilla and Clean Grow. I know you're going to treat her wonderful today, Queenie. I know you are. Herbie and Jesus Christ in Australia. Sammy P. Michael Patterson, beyond words except thanks. Gosh, he's a good man. Bill D. and Sarah Bear. And Frosty and 5 people, give me 5 people, are going to do their best. Calico Kitty, Jesus Christ, Joe D's, Fifi, Derek Anderson, there's our Sandman. Catzilla Aaron, Sue Little Mellow, Fifi and Clean Grow and Sammy P. BN is allowing each other to grow in abundance. Love it. Send me your address, BN. Notorious Skate and Billy D. And Nippy, Cleanie's taking you hiking. That's all you want to do. Okay? Find a mushroom when you're out there. Sue Little Joe D's. Pidgey Page. Laura's going to have a divine weekend. Joe D's, Fifi, and Herbie Von Worby Kabop. Pops, peace, love, 4 things. Be impeccable. Don't take things personal. Make no assumptions. And 5 people will tell you what 5 people tell him, and 5 other people are doing too, and the rest of us. Do your best. Get out of here. I'll see you guys Monday. If anybody needs anything, you guys have my email address. Pops, peace, love, out. I had to come back because Nippy said, I just got a birthday text from my stepdaughter that we were talking about. Love. Pure love. Pops out.